Okay. All right. Hello, y'all, and welcome back to Gemini Twin Ascension. I honestly was not planning on doing a video, for the foreseeable future. I'm just shit's going haywire again, and my energy is just, I really don't know how to describe it. I feel stuck, so I'm kind of doing this to possibly move some energy out. I will start with karmic bullshit that, has recently transpired. Friday night, I get home from the football game. I'm sitting here. I was in video chat with some friends that I'd made on TikTok. And, we are just sitting there talking. There was like 6 or 7 of us in there. And it was in a Zoom call. We were just sitting there talking. He comes home from work early. He lays down beside me, and of all the people that are in there, he focuses on the one male that is in the group chat. There's a bunch of us, and there's one guy. And of course, he starts throwing a fucking hissy fit. Mind you, I'm still in the group chat, and I'm still in the video chat. So there was 3 or 4 people left in the group chat by the time he starts his fit. So I have several witnesses to him standing there screaming at me about this, that, and everything else. Starts out, busted my ass to come home, and you're on a video chat. Well, I'm not gonna stop what I'm doing just because you come home. I'm not. And then of course I look and see there's a fucking guy on there. No wonder you're posting all these pictures. A, I posted that picture before I got on video chat on Instagram, on my personal Instagram, before I even met this guy. B, I post pictures like that all the fucking time. It has nothing to do with anybody. But yeah, he sat there and went through a whole bunch of shit, and I looked at him. I said, "Are you done bitching at me for everything that you think I do wrong?" He said, "Oh, this isn't everything. I've got a whole fucking list I could go down." Really? Do you really want me to start going through all the shit that you do? Starts dragging, the kids into it, saying they're saying this and that and everything else about me. If they do, that's fine. I know I'm not perfect. But I would never look at him and tell him some of the shit that his children have said about him. For one, it's not nice. You know, no parent should hear that. But for him to, do that to, he said it intentionally to fucking hurt me. Is what it all boils down to. And this one girl, bless her heart, oh, I can't remember her handle right offhand. Um, if I pulled up TikTok, I'd know exactly who she was though. She sat there on the video call with me. Everybody else, just kind of quietly bowed out. But she sat there on the video call with me, and I still had my earbuds in, so I could hear her. She could hear him, and every once in a while, just breathe. She because I was holding my breath. I was clenching my fists. I'm surprised I don't have scabs in my hands from digging my fingernails into my hands because I was biting my tongue hard because I wasn't going to engage because I knew, you know, the way he was acting. If well, it probably would have been a good thing if he would have done it then because there was somebody on video chat to witness it. But I didn't want that. I wasn't going to antagonize. I just sat there and let him rant, and finally he shut up. And then Saturday night, we went down to Evansville, or we had to get some senior care dog food for our chocolate lab because that was a whole other issue. He got out last week. Animal Services picked him up. He's got bad allergies, which has led to weight loss. He was very emaciated. We were working on getting him on a better food when Animal Services picked him up, but because they picked him up, they required us to take him to the vet. Not a big deal. It cost us all of about $60, which they updated his rabies. They gave him an allergy shot, and they gave us some antimicrobial spray to help with the itching of his skin. And his fur's already starting to come back. Um, but we went down to get some senior care dog food for him because he's 9 years old, and for a chocolate lab, that's getting up there in age. And we ended up with bringing home a new pet. It was a beta twin. Let's see, twin tail half moon beta. He is the prettiest blue. He's almost the color blue in my blanket. I mean, and all the colors blue. Like you can see a little bit of purple in him and everything. He is the prettiest fish. Hi, Melissa. Sorry, I've got it um, zoomed in to where I can't really see the chat very well. I'll switch it to where I can see the chat. Um, but when we got home, he decided he wanted to go to the bar. Not a big deal, although, I didn't really want to go, but then again, I did. It was one of those things. But we get there, and the energy of the place is just off. And I told him, I said, something, I don't feel right. And, I want to go home. Um, I told him, I said, I want to go home. And he's like, well, you didn't even want to come out to begin with. I said, no, something's not right. I want to go home. But he was more concerned with taking care of this little, she's 20 something. She's got a couple kids. And I'm not going to go into the whole situation with her because it just, something about her rubs me the wrong way. Um, but he was more concerned about her because she kept going off to all these, guys and dancing on them. She was drunk, and he didn't want her doing something she'd regret. Of course, I get that. The protector, I get that. But when your wife is sitting here telling you, something's off, I don't feel right, I want to leave, and he completely ignores it. Well, they finally um, decide between him and another of our buddies decide that it's best if this girl goes home because she's wasted. And I mean, it wasn't even midnight. I think she had started drinking before she even got to the bar. But they start walking her outside so our buddy can put her, because they live together. He can put her in his truck and take her home. Well, I stayed inside. And apparently, some other guy I don't know the whole story, but this guy got up in the Carmick's face. Bad idea. But I will say this, I am proud of him. He doesn't like it, but he walked away. Comes back inside, just seething rage. I could see it in his eyes. He said, we need to leave. We need to leave now. I was like, okay, So we go out to the Durango. When we get in, gets in the driver's seat, and he's just gripping the steering wheel. I mean, some of the stuff he said, he said, I ought to go over and rip that fucker's head. I'm like, I said, just go home. Just get us home. And he leaves the parking lot and just tears out of there. Just, it's a Hemi. It's very loud. It can be very loud at times. You know, and of course, the bar is not far from the jail. But I told him, I said, just calm down. Just get us home. And I mean, he's still gripping the steering wheel, gunning it, and coming around curves. And finally, I look at him and I said, you need to stop. Because it was scaring me the way he was driving. And he looked at me and just screamed at the top of his lungs. He said, you just need to shut the fuck up. It's your fault that I've got all this pent up inside of me. And then he punches the steering wheel. And I'm like, wait a minute. It's not my fault. You do not know how to properly express your anger to get it out. It's not my fault. Do not pin that shit on me. And then, of course, he screaming at me when we get out. Our neighbors heard it, and she tried to come over here and say something. He takes off walking down the sidewalk, and I told her, I said, just not right now. I walk in the house. Um, I check on the fish, and I start taking my makeup off. And um, he comes in, of course. He walks in there. He says, "Well, he brings me his blue jeans because he had taken them off while he was in here bedroom. I was in the bathroom. He brings me his blue jeans. He says, "Well, can you get this blood out of my blue jeans?" Because from where he scraped his knuckles really bad when he punched the steering wheel, and then he didn't realize he did it and shoved his hand in his pocket. Yeah, whatever. So I get the peroxide out, and you know, I proceed to clean the blood off. But little tip: you get blood in any kind of clothing, peroxide will get it out. Trust me. I've got, athletes. Yeah, peroxide on it and then put it in the wash. The blood will come right out. But, we laid down in the bed and started talking. I can't remember exactly what all we said, but, I told him, I said, all I said was, you need to slow down. You were scaring me. And of course, he tries to minimize it. Oh, you were never in any danger, blah, blah, blah. Whether you believe I was or not, you cannot invalidate my feelings for the situation because I know how you get when you're angry. You total disregard for yourself or anybody around you. I've witnessed it before. So you're not going to sit there and invalidate my feelings about the situation. You're not. And of course, now he's trying to act like everything's, okay, that this whole weekend didn't happen. Of course, Sunday, I will admit, Sunday was a good day. We had all of our, well, almost all my middle sons at college, had all the rest of our kids down in Kentucky with us. Grandbaby, which, oh my gosh, my grandson, he's absolutely perfect. But it was for the most part a good day. But 10:56, it's getting worse and worse. And I know I've said this before that I need, and I've even got other people now telling me, I need to leave, and I know I do. But that was one of the other things he's bitching about. The only reason you want to, you'll even consider getting a job is so you can fucking leave. Well, I've proved multiple times that I can save money. When you have it, it disappears. And that brings me to another thing that happened, a couple of weeks ago. He was bitching because, he uses smokeless tobacco and he was out. We were pretty much out of money that he knew of. And he was bitching, well, what am I going to do? But like, and then of course, he's not getting his way about that. So he'll go off on anything and everything he perceives that I've done wrong, to the point where finally, just to get him to shut up, I had like $95 put back just to make sure that the kids could eat, because he has switched jobs. He only gets paid every 2 weeks now. So just to shut him up, I pulled that money out and said, "Here, take it. Just stop." But I like in last year I held on to $200, for the longest time and ended up using a lot of it for Christmas. So, I've proven that if I need to, I can save the money. If he's got it in his pocket, he's gonna fucking spend it. But it's just, frustrations on all ends for me right now because it's been going on a month since I've heard from my twin. Our 3-year anniversary of the day we started talking was last Saturday. Of course, he's horrible with dates. I understand he won't remember stuff like that. But the last I talked to him, we were talking about this whole COVID crisis thing, and it scares him. He is really a health nut, so he's worried about, getting sick or potentially making someone else sick, which I get. But at the same time, you know, you're worried about this pandemic, and then you leave me wondering for a month if you're okay, wondering if maybe somebody at one of the plants that you work at has brought it in, you've contracted it, you've gotten sick. I mean, it's cruel of you to do that. I worry about you. I don't like seeing you stressed out. And for you to do that to me, knowing how I worry, it just, it hurts that you can do that and not give it a second fucking thought after telling me you love me and everything that we've said between us. That you could leave me worrying about you, whether you're alive or dead, because we had, other than our little app that we communicate through, we're not on each other's social media accounts. There's no way really for me to know what's going on. Are you okay? Are you sick? Is one of your kids sick? It's cruel of you to do that. It's, Yeah, that was notification. My sister's birthday is tomorrow. Moving back where? To where you're at? Hmm. But it's the whole situation's just all of it. I want to scream at everybody. I really do, and it's taking every ounce of me. And I'm trying to keep calm in front of the boys because I don't want, I don't want to take my frustration out on them because it's not their fault. Oh, nice. That I have had so many people within the past couple of weeks pop up, whether it's on Facebook, TikTok, anywhere, in the same state that he lives in. It's frustrating. It's like it's just enough to I can be okay. I can, calm down, not have him on my mind constantly, and then bam, there's that. Or the Spanish stuff. How I've ended up on the Spanish side of TikTok, I don't know, but I'll be sitting there scrolling the For You page, and all of a sudden, bam, there's a Spanish video. I'm trying to take a step back, and I think he feels it, and he's like, "No, I'm still here. Don't don't do that." Well, if you don't want me to do that, then I suggest you pull your head out of your ass, grow a pair, which I know you have, and reach out. If for nothing else, hey, I'm okay. You know, I'm alive. If for nothing else, if you just stop doing this, when you feel me pull back, start throwing shit in my face. Grow a pair. Talk to me. I've proven time and again that I am patient, I am understanding, but everybody has their breaking points. Just let me know you're okay. Please. It's why are my hands itching? But there's just been so much, yeah. And I figured it would be easier. It's my son. I've been the one responsible for taking my grandson to his doctor's appointments because he works during the day, and my son's girlfriend doesn't drive. She doesn't have her license yet. So I've been the one taking him to his appointments. I'll answer that after a while. Because, whoa. But, 4 p.m. Okay. I'm not going to do the standard reading I usually do. I'm just going to pull a few. I do have my little channeled messages that I've started writing out, and I'm going to have to fix a few of them because they have been ripped. Oh, those are the. Oh, we can just take those out. Those are just alphabet cards. Let me take those out because I have. You see that? All right, dude. I'll answer that. Okay. I don't even know why. That's not the one cards I even wanted to get out. It was the channeled messages cards I wanted to get out, not the alphabet. We'll do a few from this, and then I've got a couple of decks set out, but not a whole, like I said, my energy's been really, really all over the place. One minute, I'm happy, laughing, dancing. Next minute, I want to cry and scream and punch shit. So, yeah. um, Oh, shoot. I'll probably end up writing a lot of this out later, but it's just easier to talk it out than it is to write right now. Oh, damn. My hands aren't even wanting to work tonight. Yeah, these are just blank index cards. I wrote some stuff on. Actually, I think I've showed you before, Melissa. Well, you can't give me all messages, just one. All I want out of okay. Ooh, this is one of the longer ones. It says, I have never felt this way about anyone. It's a little frightening how much I need you, how much I love you. I don't fully understand it, but I'm trying because you are worth it. We are worth it all. And then we have, of course, I hate to see you cry. I hate it even more when I'm the reason for your tears. And then this is the last one. Your lips, I crave them. Your touch, I miss it. Your body, I long for it. You, I love you. Funny way of showing it. And then I pick it up to put it back in the box, and we have, you are home to me, and I am so very fucking homesick. Well, all I can say is, ven a casa ahora. You know, come home. I'm right here. Okay. We're just going to do a little, I don't know why, little energy check-in with the masculine. I'm not going to go into a whole lot of depth on it because, quite honestly, right now I'd rather him come to me and tell me instead of, the 5D look in or him coming through that way. You have a phone, you have hands, you have a mouth. No, don't even go there. Talk. Okay, can we have one masculine, please? No, not the whole freaking deck. Okay, we'll wait on that deck if for some reason nothing's wanting to come out. So we will do this one. It honestly feels a whole lot better now just to get that out, especially the shit about the karmic, because I feel it, it's coming to a head again, and it's okay. Okay. These are some decks that I haven't used often yet. Still learning to work with them. Okay. I've got my Moonology deck. I already feel that. This one is the Energy Oracle by Sandra Ann Taylor, and then I also have Colette Baron Reed's Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. Left my phone in the room. Okay. Mm. Okay. I kind of know where that little one is going. No, I don't have Corona. I'm a smoker. Of course, you know that, Melissa. It's just. You just have one from, okay, from the masculine for this one. I don't know why that was. Uh-oh, we have one stuck. Okay, that was just about the artwork. I thought we had another card stuck in the box. Okay, and we will do one from the Star Seed, 1111. And then we will try the tarot deck one more time, see if something wants to come out. Okay. Yeah. I hate the traffic on this road all the time. I actually had to get on to some of the neighbors' kids the other day because they've taken to essentially playing Ding Dong Ditch, and it drives Bradley crazy. So, yeah. You gonna give me one from here, or just not needed? Just one. Okay, well, two. Okay. All right, so something. And we have two major arcanas that are popping out. I can't see right now. We have the Empress and the Moon. So, you know, there's secrets that they're keeping right now that are going to be revealed very soon. And I'm not even really, with the Moon card, I'm really getting a strong sense of um, before the next full moon, which the next full moon is, October 1st. So before then, they're going to be coming forward and explaining some shit. And then we have full moon in Cancer, a personal issue reaches a resolution. So that explains a lot of why they've been quiet. They're having personal issues that they're working through, that they're really not wanting to drag the feminine in, which is, we also have new moon in Scorpio, which is work through your fears. which basically is telling the feminine, stop worrying. You know, you know what this is, you know who we are, stop doubting it, push past your fears, feel what you know to be true. And then we have again full moon, which indication, before the next full moon. Um, it says surrender to the divine. Know, that this is divinely guided, that there's a divine connection. Um, Despite what outward appearances look like right now, there is work being done beneath the surface, which is another thing, with the moon card, deep depths of certain things. And then we have from the energy oracle, we have anxiety and strategy, which the masculines are, they're in a state of heightened anxiety right now, trying to finish working through these personal issues they're dealing with, and they're working on a strategy to, be able to come forward and to be able to explain to the feminine what's going on. And they're asking her to be patient, be understanding, be loving, not just, as soon as they, as soon as they reach out, start ripping into them. Well, where the fuck have you been? Because my headspace right now, that's what I want to do, but I won't. I am very understanding, and he knows this. But then we also have man holding a coin, which is, working his ass off again. They are trying to get finances in order. And we have man holding a heart on the bottom of the deck. Yes, my heart is still yours. They are, they're working to get everything in order. Their finances, their own energy, their own ego needs to be brought into check. They're really, seriously trying to work on that. And to do that, they have to, take a step back, take a look at the bigger picture, take a look at, which is the Eagle King, the big picture, angelic help, figure out where they really want their life to go. They are starting to, tap into their own, divine powers themselves, seeking angelic help. Whether they're aware they're doing it or not, their higher selves are prompting them to start seeing signs and synchronicities, and kind of like what I mentioned a while ago, how my own masculine keeps throwing himself into my face with the various, the state he lives in, or the Spanish stuff, or, even his name popping up in random places. Um, the angels are basically doing the same for them. Don't forget, remember what you really came here for. Your purpose is together with her or him, non-gender specific stuff. I just, it's habit for me to speak that way, if there's no shade on, if you're, you're divine masculine as a woman and you're a woman, it's, it is what it is. Y'all know what I mean. Just in my own, journey, my masculine really is male. I'm female. And then we have star bathing, light body, crystal grid, transmissions and activations. Um, the masculines are starting to, like I said, they're starting to get the signs of synchronicities, the activations of their their powers are starting to come in, although they don't understand them as well because they weren't as prepared as we are. And then we have star ancestors. There's a lot of well, this is a starseed oracle, but um, hidden secrets again. That goes back into the Empress energy right there. Um, Hidden secrets are coming to light. Lost wisdom. They're starting to remember things from past lives. Things that they knew how to do from past lives are starting to resurface. Look a little deeper. They're they're looking for the deeper meaning to it all. they're starting to realize that it's not just, get up, go to work, make money, go home, pay bills. There is more to it than that. And they are starting to understand that. They're starting to understand, the feminine's frustrations when she says time and again, you're working too much, you're going to make yourself sick. And it's not just because the coronavirus, and my masculine has done this before, worked himself, to the point where he's so stressed out, he makes himself sick. His body, it will, it's like, hey, enough. Guess what? You're going to get sick. We're going to force you to take a break. Um, so Miss Smartass, you just derailed my train of thought. But there is more to life than working your ass off every day. And I was talking to Jessica the other day, and I don't remember what we were talking about, but I actually flat out said his full name. And I never do that. It's always his initial. That's it. That even when I'm speaking, that's usually what I say. And it just word vomit. His whole name came out. I'm like, where? And she caught it too. Like, where did I never do that. And it's it's a safety thing for him, because I'm not going to be the one to cause issues for him at home. I'm not. I could just as easy, pick up the phone and call him no matter where he is, you know, and then leave him to handle the questions with her. Well, who was that? Why were they calling? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be, responsible for causing friction there when I already know there is friction. Yes, his whole name came just spewing out of my mouth. Um, but I'm not going to be the one to cause issues there. She's going to shoot herself in the foot, metaphorically speaking. And he's finally going to say, enough's enough. I'm done with this. We'll figure out a way to work around the boys, and, you being here in the States. And I know he's getting fed up with it. I can feel it. And that's why he travels so much for work. It's not necessarily because he has to, because I know a lot of the stuff that he does, he could do remotely. But it's the peace and quiet of being able to get away. I mean, it's just, I know it is. I can sense it when he talks to me, and I just want him, and I've told him this before, I want your life to be as easy as possible. If I can help in any way, I'm going to. And me calling while I know he's home, or, risking him being home, that wouldn't be doing what I promised. That wouldn't be helping make his life easier. It would essentially make things harder. Would it get the, end result quicker? Yeah, it would. But then there would be that little bit of regret in the back of his mind that I'm the reason for it, that I caused it. And I won't have that. I will not be the reason he loses his boys. I will not, I am here for him. He knows this. He can come talk to me whenever he needs to. But this going a month at a time has got to stop, sir. It has to stop. It is selfish and cruel, and that is not who you are. I don't care if you've said it, I, I'm selfish, I'm heartless. No, you're not cold hearted. You're not, at your core, you are not that way. Your ego is getting in the way of it. You're not cold hearted at all. I could see it in your eyes. So figure it out. Come talk to me, and we will figure it out together and move forward from there. But until you make the gesture, and reach out and say, "Hey, I'm okay," and apologize. I mean, apologize. He always does, but it's getting to where, the repetitive pattern, that's got to stop. Yes, I will forgive you, but you have to make the gesture. You have to come to me. There's no other way around it. I messaged you Friday and I'm pretty sure you don't have the app on your phone right now. I messaged you Friday to tell you that the anniversary was Saturday, and that's the last I've messaged you. The ball is in your court now, sir. Senor, reach out. Tell me what's going on, that you're okay, and let us move forward. Any of the other masculines, feminines that are watching this, do not let your ego get in the way. I did that. Like I said, it's been a few weeks since I heard from him. And from September 4th until Friday, which was the 18th, so 2 weeks, I didn't message him at all. And for me, that's a long time. And finally, I was like, I'm going to put my ego aside. I'm going to, message him, remind him, it's been 3 years, and my God, it's been a roller coaster so far. But I've told him before, I am patient, I am understanding, but you have to make the effort. I don't know what else there is to say about that. Um, if you made it this far, I don't even know how long this thing was. Typically, it runs about an hour. Um, I don't know. The time's not showing up for some reason. But I thank y'all for watching, and I hope y'all have a great night, great day, whatever. Please stay safe, wash your hands. Um, Masks, especially if they're mandated, which that's a whole nother. I have issues wearing masks, but I know why I do. But just stay safe and have a great night. Okay.